Good evening and welcome to, I'm going to start that over. Sorry. Good evening and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a great day. Forgot for a minute there and almost thought I was on a video where I could stop it and start over again. Don't get that luxury on here. Uh, Hello, Sheila, Carol, Chris, good to see you. Wanted to talk tonight about stress relief. So you're at work, and hello, Jennifer. Bye, FIFA, good to see you. Uh, so you're at work, and your employees refuse to do their job without you explaining it to them first. Things aren't going well. Deliveries are getting missed. Shipments are going away. Uh, your blood pressure goes up. Your actually triggers your cortisol, which your cortisol actually is part of the fight or flight reflex. And as that goes up and the blood pressure, you also are opening yourself up to a whole bunch of a whole bunch of nasty things. It's all very natural, the fight or flight, but the problem with it today is it becomes much more of a part of life. In the wild that it was designed for, you run away or fight and it's over, and you go a long time in between times when it gets wound up. With stress, that tends to be a lot more frequent, and sometimes once it gets going, you can go for hours without ever having an opportunity to bring it back down to earth and relax. Who's had that kind of a day? I know for sure I have had a few too many of those kind of days. But yeah, your cortisol goes up, your blood pressure goes up, your respiration might increase. Too much of all of that actually can lead on into to diabetes and heart problems and a whole bunch of other permanently high blood pressure, a bunch of other complications that are all bad and have a negative impact on your life. So what I would talk about tonight, hello Adam. What I would talk about tonight would be a way to relax yourself, a way to cure, not cure, but de-stress, lower that blood pressure, lower the cortisol. Not necessarily something you can always do at work, but if you are able to do it regularly on your own time, you'll find you're in much better control of those thoughts and emotions, the things that rush into your head and get you wound up like that. And this would be called mindfulness meditation. Meditation, of course, being an ancient art. And the point of this is actually to bring yourself into the present minute. So just a few things on how that's done. You would sit or lay, close your eyes, focus on your breathing. Then maybe you'd focus on your toes, not moving them, just what they feel like. Your points of contact with the chair on the floor or the bed or the couch, wherever you're laying down. And just focus on that. And as you meditate and focus on the minute, when the stray, random past and future thoughts come creeping in, you want to worry about your tomorrow or your yesterday. You pretty much let them move through your mind consciously. take them almost like they're an object and look at them from a few angles, and then just sort of brush them aside. Just push them out of your thoughts, so you no longer are thinking of it. It's pretty much what mindfulness is about. Coming back to your breathing, back to think about what your ears doing, or your toes, or your fingers, or your elbows. You can work right up and down your body, thinking of things to bring you back into the present minute. And it's something that some animals are very good at. Some of the big fight or flight critters, like a deer, you don't see them worrying about the wolf that scared them yesterday. You don't see them worrying about where they're going to get their food tomorrow. They're in the present minute, 24/7. They're paying attention to what's around them. They're looking at their grazing options, but they do not suffer like we do from that worry about tomorrow, worry about yesterday syndrome. Hey, Mike, glad you couldn't make it. But that's something that if you can Google it and find a lot more on the specifics. Hey, Sherry, long time. You find a lot more on the specifics of it on Google. How to achieve mindfulness, how to do mindful meditation. It's actually a great psychologist, greatly used psychologist therapy method. But it is something you can do all by yourself. You just have to do it, and you have to do it somewhat repeatedly. You can't just do it. Hey, Tim, long time for you. You can't just do it one time and figure you've got it beat. You've got to do it on a daily basis. And as you do it, and you get where you can actually control those thoughts, leads to control of your emotions and your feelings. It's something that becomes very easy to. Hi, Julia. Becomes very easy to make a part of your. Ingrain it into your consciousness, and then when things at the job blow up on you, you don't blow up on it. You're able to control that cortisol, the blood pressure, the respiration. Keep yourself a lot calmer and a lot more suitable to solving problems than getting caught up in them. So that's about the extent of what I had. You want to, develop the ability to observe your negative emotions, automatic thought patterns and behaviors, the nasty ones, observe them and brush them aside, remain calm, relaxed, and, you get your clarity back and ability to be self-aware and in the present and alert. You're going to do a much more effective job, and it's going to be a whole lot easier on your body, your health. And I do also even have just to throw a quick business thing in, I have a health and wellness product now where there's even been some luck with PTSD, depression, something that works on your nutrition. That with your body in tune to where it should be, you can actually accomplish a lot with your mental state as well. Hello, Sharon, and just about to wrap up. I thank everybody for coming. If you want to check it out again, I appreciate that. Drop a comment, like, anything I can do for you, please feel free to PM me anytime. And I thank you for stopping by, and have a great night.